All right, now we're going to work through the feet for the next 30 minutes and notice how by using movement, that can help unravel and open up different parts through the back of the legs, through the front of the legs, and we'll continue to feel how the foot and ankle is connected in through the whole body. So go ahead and let's start in child's pose, moving onto your mat, knees about as wide as your mat, toes maybe an inch apart or touching, forehead to the ground, reaching your hands long. Breathing here. Letting your mind be fully present with this practice today. And for the next 3 breaths, go ahead and just notice the ankle, the front of your ankles and your feet, your heels, your calves, how they feel in child's pose. Now for the next couple breaths, bring your attention just back to your whole body, letting your head be heavy, your mind releasing, melting into the mat. When you're ready, start to walk your hands towards your knees, bringing your torso to upright. Bringing your hips away from your knees. And gently flex the toes, hooking them onto the floor. Try to place each toe on the ground. And then come up, sitting up. Gently sitting onto your heels here. Notice that stretch the opposite way for your feet. Through the arches. And know that to modify child's pose or this position, you can always use pillows and you can always do what is best for your body. So listen to what you need as always. Hands on your lap. Let's go ahead and move the hands to the sides of the hips, palms face up as you reach and inhale. Imagine pulling the sky into your lungs and palms face down as you exhale through the midline. Fingers together-ish, palms face down. And a wrist roll at the bottom. 2 more breaths like that. And then now on your next exhale, walk your hands out onto all fours here, keeping your feet flexed. If you need more cushion under your knees, always feel free to grab a blanket. And then from here, all we're going to do is some gentle cat-cow movement. So chin up, tail up as you inhale, tummy downwards towards the floor. And then curling the tail down, head down as you exhale. Mid-back moves up towards the sky. Make sure you're pushing through each of your fingers, your full palm into the ground. And keep going with that breath. Inhaling, opening the chest, shoulders down, shoulders together, long through your neck. Exhaling, closing. Tail down, head down. And if you're ready, go ahead and move your cat and cow in any variation that feels good to you. Side to side, C curves with the spine, gentle circles with your hips, or just stay in your regular cat-cow. You can move your torso forward and back, imagining like an ocean wave moving through your spine. Just make sure that you're breathing. Good, and then coming to neutral. Belly button gently engaging towards your low back to protect your low back before we get into the ankle and foot movement. Noticing your spine warmed up, shoulders down, away from your ears. And then go ahead and make your way onto your sitting position, legs out in front, sitting up tall, fingertips face back, about half a foot away from your hips, and just rest your spine. Noticing we warmed up a little bit, noticing the space around your ankles and feet, and calling in the concept and noticing how the ankles, the feet, lower leg is connected to the whole body. And she wants to say hi. Hello. So go ahead and point, start to point and flex your toes. From the ankle, pointing one foot, flexing the opposite. And just imagine this like as if your ankles were the pistons for bringing new blood down into the lower legs, that's what we're doing. And your spine is relaxed here, so you're almost just letting your upper body beat while you're being pretty active through the ankles and feet here. Good. Then from here, go ahead and start to circle outwards and around and down. Outwards and around and down. And I might encourage you to inhale when your toes are back towards your body, and then exhale as you move into pointed. So it would be inhale, exhale. On your own timing, you make this your practice. Wonderful, and then switch directions. Noticing all the little muscles around your ankle, your stabilizing muscles, help you with balance. Exhale as the toes are pointed, inhale as the toes are back towards your body. Wonderful. Shake the feet out a little bit. And then now what we're going to do is close the book, open the book. So you're internally moving the toes. So imagine like the toes that they could touch each other, and then they open and they're touching the sidewall when they open the book. Close the book, open the book. Yeah. Notice the muscles on the inside of your lower leg working to make the inside rotation possible, and the outside of your lower leg muscles working as you bring the book open. Maybe inhaling open, exhaling to close once you find your flow with this. And never forcing the ankles into pain. We're just exercising, waking up. If you notice a little stretch or the muscles working, that's good, but if there's ever a sharp pain, please move a little smaller with these movements. Good, that's enough. Shake the feet out. Shake, shake, shake. Alrighty, and then now go ahead, bring the shaking, the bending and straightening into your knees. So knees move. Left, right, left, right, left, right. And notice how that gentle compression against the floor with the back of your knees kind of builds heat in the lower leg. Let your feet relax when you do this. It's kind of funny. Maybe laugh about it. Can't be too serious with this. Good, and then relax. Couple breaths. And just notice what you notice with your lower legs. There is no right or wrong. Alrighty. Then now go ahead and bring your right ankle on top of your left quad. Flexing that toe back in order to protect your knee joint here. So just a gentle figure 4. Sitting up tall through your spine as you inhale. And then just bending until you feel a little stretch through your hip, hamstring, wherever you feel it, low back. And then let your head be heavy for a couple breaths. Slowly roll up, sitting tall through your spine. Shoulders down, away from your ears. And then now what we're going to do is a gentle stretch for the front of your lower leg, front of your ankle, front of your foot. So bring your right palm to the back of your heel and gently guide that heel towards the left foot. So you're almost kind of straightening that arm a little. Then while you do that, you take your left hand and guide the front part of your right foot towards your body. So it's kind of a push-pull action. Maybe stay here for a few breaths and release. And then move back into it for a few breaths. And release. Go ahead and hold it for a while here. Just noticing what you notice through this opening. And make sure that your foot isn't turned in or turned out. Try to keep a straight line from your toes to the knee. And if your knee is up this high, wherever it is, that is wonderful. And you are where you are. And slowly release. Slowly release. Flex the foot again, sitting up tall. Gentle stretch forward here. Good, and then gently bring that right heel in line or a little bit closer to your hips than your left knee. Your knee is straight forward from your body here. And then your foot is flexed, your heel is resting on the ground. And again, if you need, go ahead and sit up against a wall or a couch or a chair if you have that as an option. If not, just sitting without that support is good too. So bring your hands, your fingertips underneath your right arch of your foot. Sitting up tall, shoulders down. And just gently notice how you can use gravity here to stretch the back of your right lower foot through the heel, through the arch, through the calf, soleus. Notice the space behind your ankle now for 3 breaths. On your own time. And gently release. Moving into it one more time when you're ready. Coming back into that stretch, shoulders down, long through your spine. Slowly, carefully release. Bring that leg in line with the other one, back down, shake it out maybe. And then now for the hips, gently internally rotate and externally rotate. Let the legs just flop, knees face each other, then knees face out. Notice how that activates the hips a little bit. You're using the muscles in your hips in a very passive way, non-forceful. Wonderful. And then now bring your left ankle on the right quad. Same thing here, flex the toes towards the knee to protect the knee. Sitting up tall through your spine. Hinging at the hips just until you feel a stretch in through your hip, low back or hamstring on the right. And then let your head be heavy. Slowly sitting up on your next inhale, long through your spine. And then now go ahead and point, hello girl, hello. Point your left foot. Same thing, out, 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 out. Same thing on this side. Bring your left hand to that, left hand to that left heel and gently push that heel away from you. As at the same time with the right hand, you're guiding the front part of your foot, the toes towards you. Gently mold to that left foot with that right hand. Make sure that the foot isn't turned, sickled in or out. Try to keep a straight line again from the toes to the knee. In this plane here. Yeah. Couple breaths. Release. Moving back into it on your own time. Kind of that push-pull action. And a reminder here, make sure that your ankle is on the quad, not close to the knee. You don't want to jam into the knee joint. And these two are having a good time playing over here. So. Gently release. And then maybe one more time, moving into that stretch. Now this next time you release the stretch, release it very slowly. And notice all the muscles in the front of the foot, releasing, shortening as you let the foot come back to neutral. Then from here, bring the left foot in line with the right knee. Sitting up tall, the knee is in line with your hip. Make sure that it's not too far open or crossed forward, but do what you need for your body as usual. As always, bring your hands underneath the left arch of your foot, sitting up tall, shoulders down away from your ears. Good. Guiding that front ball of your foot towards your knee. So you're stretching the back of your left ankle right now. Noticing all the space behind your ankle, the Achilles tendon, through the heel, the space into the arch of your foot. Maybe experiment with wiggling your toes. You've got this hook with the hands, maybe finding different points in the arch of your foot that might need attention with this stretch. A little bit of multitasking. Gently release. Moving into that stretch one more time. Maybe find a different hold with your fingers, a different spot to use. Shoulders down, open through your chest. Couple breaths. now very slowly, as slow as you can, release the front of your foot, the ball of your foot towards the floor. Maybe place your hands here behind your hips again to rest your spine. And then straighten the legs. They're both extended out in front of you now. Yeah. And just notice, no need to move for a moment, just notice the difference, notice balance between left and right, or whatever you notice is welcomed. Go ahead, shake the knees. Notice that gentle compression, gentle massage behind your knees. Let the feet relax when you do this. Maybe a smile. Left, right, left, right. Good, good, good. Come into stillness. Couple breaths. And then now we'll internally rotate from the hips again, turning the toes and knees towards each other, and then opening toes and knees outwards. Close and open. This comes from the hip joint. So notice those muscles working. We just stretched through there a little bit, so we're creating some activity in those muscles so that we don't just stretch them and move on. Yeah, good. Coming to stillness, bring your attention to the muscles around your left and right hip socket. Good. And then go ahead and move onto your mat, onto all fours again. We're going to stretch through the back of the leg slightly. And when you're there, find a neutral spine, shoulders down. And then bring your left leg long behind you, if you can. And then from here, you're making sure that you aren't moving to the side. Keep your hips neutral, facing the floor. Your left foot is flexed. Your leg is straight. So try to bring that leg to straight, using the quad muscles to bring the leg straight. And bend, relax. And then straighten that leg again. Holding that leg straight. Length from the heel through the hip. And gently relax. Place that left knee on the ground beside the right, and same thing on the other side. Flex the left toes to keep the knee supported. Left foot extended, left leg. Flex those toes towards the hip. Keep the hips neutral, shoulders down. And moving into that stretch for that right lower leg, back of ankle again. The activity through your quad here helps create a length from the heel all the way up to the hip in a different way. So notice that for you today. And release that knee towards the ground. One more time, extending. Length from that heel to the hip. Quad is engaged, hugging your knee joint. And slowly, slowly relax. Letting the leg bend, bringing the knees both to the ground. And then we will actually just return to child's pose. Knees wide, toes close, and sit the hips on back. Walk your hands long towards the front of your mat and bring your forehead to the ground. Letting the shoulder muscles release as we just had them active in all fours. The legs release, the low back and hips totally relaxed now. Your forehead heavy onto the mat. Now bring your attention, once you've rested a little bit here, bring your attention to the ankles and feet again, just like we did in the way beginning of this session. Noticing your heels, your calves, your shin muscles, all the little strings in the front of your ankles, down and down all the way to your toes. And when you're ready, walk your hands towards your knees again. Bringing your torso upright, knees come closer together. Come up onto all fours for a moment in order to flex your toes towards your knees and sitting up onto the heels if that's comfortable for you. Notice that stretch through the arch of your foot. Hands rested on your lap. Couple breaths here. All right. Now let's go ahead and move into legs up the wall. So go ahead and bring your hips close to, either it's legs up the wall on a wall, or you can use a couch. So if I'm putting my legs up the wall, imagine that this is a wall here. So what you'll do is scoot your hips up close to the wall or chair or couch, and then gently come back onto your forearms and turn your body so that your torso is 90 degrees from the wall, and then bring your back to the ground. Use pillows as you need for your neck and body in order to relax. Legs up. And find your comfortable spot to just let your torso totally relax into the ground. Hands by your sides, hands on your belly, whatever is comfortable for you. And once you're there, know that this is our final relaxation for this time together. So go ahead, imagine that you have a mental comb and you're going to be combing out your body part by part, asking the muscles, asking the tissues to release and rest. So let's go ahead and start with the left leg from the toes to the hip, releasing gently and slowly each muscle fiber, each nerve. And the left leg is relaxed. Bring your attention to your right leg from your toes to your hips, combing out this area with your imaginary comb, gently and slowly. And let the right leg be relaxed. Now bring your mental comb, your focus, your attention to your left arm, from your fingertips to your shoulder. Releasing this gently and slowly, each muscle fiber. The left arm is relaxed. Move your attention to your right arm, from your fingertips to your shoulder, releasing gently and slowly. And the right arm is relaxed. Allow all 4 limbs to be completely relaxed. Into the floor. Now bring your attention to your torso, how your low back feels on the ground, and relax through your hips, your lower abdomen, staying laying down, resting your body into the floor, moving your attention from your lower abdomen to your lower rib cage. Imagine that you're combing out each organ part by part. Moving up into the rib cage and mid-back. Imagining and feeling these muscles release into the floor. See if you can imagine and comb out the muscles between each rib all the way up to your collarbone. Then we release the muscles behind your neck. Imagine combing out the sides of your neck, the front of your neck. Letting your head rest into the ground. Imagine the space around your head being combed out with this imaginary comb. Your forehead relaxing, the space between your eyebrows releasing, your cheeks relaxing, your jaw resting, your tongue, let it rest to the bottom of your mouth. Let the whole body be completely relaxed with your legs up the wall, up the couch. And take as much time as you need here to let your body regroup, and I hope you have a beautiful day.